Hello to people who like that band from Australia. I don't know. Hey, say hi to Robin. Robin in the German, or Robin in another language. Who's up there in the Switch Bitch booth? Switch bitching for me today. Because he wanted to, and also he's learning for something that you might or might not know now. Because now is not today, now is later, when you already know what you weren't supposed to know now. Does it make sense, Robin? He says yes. So, Anasounds. There's a flowery thing flying around. Anasounds, send a thing. Switch quickly to the side, Mr. Robin. There you go. It's that thing with I think my table is made out of the same damn thing. I think that's bamboo, possibly, and that's the same thing. Look at it being the same. Says high voltage, and it's a pedal with a gain tone output and a bass switch. Inside you can change the light, how bright that is, and I think something else. Do we need to know what that is? I think we need to know what that is. And Anasounds is of course from La France. So it says pédale à la française. Le chat est sur la table. Avec le bleu de pupitre. You know? I don't know. No idea. They have some cool pedals. You can also customize your pedal. They actually laser stitch, burn something magical, your custom picture on a pedal. Maybe we'll go and we'll order an HB42 pedal. Wouldn't that be cool? Like with the nice bamboo and then HB42 etched in there. We should do that. So it comes in a box like this. No feet, I gotta say. No feet in the box. What's up with that? Inside, there's a treble cut switch, le switch, light intensity pot, and a voicing pot. I'm gonna go with whatever they have set up is the way the pedal's supposed to be, and we're not fiddling around with that. So the idea is, it's a pedal that gives you le ACDC sound. The AC/DC sound. It's called high voltage. I mean, hey Robin, can you fly that in? Let's see if you can figure that out. Hey, first time. How was your first time? Was it good? Yeah. I'm sorry. It's always like, oh, give me a crunch like AC/DC. And 90% of the time, people don't realize that the rhythm sound of AC/DC, of the classic albums that we love and cherish, is pretty much a clean sound with this much fizzle. It is a very, very, very lightly driven sound based on the amps they had back then. And usually people go and really dial in the gains like, yeah, it's an AC/DC sound. No, the fuck it's not. And I love what Anasound did. They actually give you that slightly driven sound in a box. This is not a crunch mega beast. It is slightly fizzly. So we're gonna test this with two things. I have a Gretsch. I of course don't have Malcolm Young's Gretsch because that's probably worth 4 billion francs, but no, now it's euro. So right now, because it's a fucking rock monster, it's the Friedman Vintage S with a humbucker in the back. Let's get some clean sound, in this case from the Revv Dynamos clean. But of course, bridge position because it's rock and roll. And let's do this. probably fucking up a bit. Where did that pedal go, Robin? You notice that the pedal is killing a lot of the bass. But it adds beautiful bite. And there's a bass switch which actually kills more bass. So in the down position, it retains more bass. In the up position, now I move the pedal, there's even less. Make that small, Robin. Thank you. They nailed that bite. It is a little bit too lean for me over here. Why am I moving the damn pedal around? So I like it in the down position because we like le bass. You want me to play AC/DC riffs? I don't know any AC/DC riffs. I have to do that, otherwise my video gets demonetized. I can't play it, otherwise I'm not making any money. This is rock and roll craziness. Let's look at le gain. I'm going into the aux with 412, loaded with creambacks, mic'd with a microphone. S57 in the ribbon. Doesn't add too much gain there. It's dirty and so let's look at le tone. Tone lets more of that bite through. Subtle. Now what happens in the case of the Revv, and we're going to check that with other amps, is when you dial in the output, you get more gain. think I'm overloading the AMPETE switcher again. Bullshit. So without the bass, perfect to give the bass player a job. I think it's a great pedal. I mean, right here, this is... Okay, so moving on to a Gretsch, in this case an Electromatic. It might be slightly closer to what Mr. Young played. This is clean. He didn't have a wiggly like this. How does it go? I have no idea. I'm gonna get so much shit from AC/DC fans. So... it's just not super high gain, and it's a perfect rock and roll rhythm sound. Now, you want to know a lot of things. How does it sound with the Revv Dynamos on the clean channel where we are right now, pumped into the room through this coffee caps Latte 212 loaded with creambacks with the deflex in front of it, which means the two mics from switch to the room cam, please. No, the above cam. These Lewids right there, the LCT 340, are very, very nice mics in a stereo configuration, and they're recording that cap from about 5 meters away, but with the deflex, we actually have the sound the way that it would sound everywhere in the room. And I'm dialing that in right now. That made it worse. We're gonna go with good enough. Holy crap. So, that's the sound in the room. Now we're gonna pump this pedal into a whole bunch of amps. We're gonna start with, well, we already had that. Let's do the Laboga DS50. And if you had the pedal away there for that screen, we could see more of the wall. Now he just took it away without fading it. Robin. It's a stressful job up there, isn't it? I can't hear what you're saying. Go to the amp wall. There you go. The Laboga, it's all the way to the right. Sounds like this. It's a hand-wired 50-watt awesome amp. Good. We move on to the Morgan AC20, which is a Voxy type thing. Very round. Can you bring the pedal back in? Oh, of course I forgot this. So let's move on to the Friedman Dirty Shirley. Let's see how it can push an amp that's already driving, and the Friedman Dirty Shirley is driving as such. Carl Martin Custom Shop 50. Very nice amp. Forgot to turn on the Victory, so I gotta do that. So we're going to the Orange Reverb 50 on clean, sounds like so. And now to the Victory V40. Jet City Emilia, which is a very thin sound to begin with, so that might be thin on thin. See? It's behind the Friedman guitar. No. Just setting some things up. Damn it, didn't turn that one on. Fuck it. The Friedman Small Box 50. Now that's of course, you know, the amp that is very similar to what and the if you. Pretty impressive. And the Hughes & Kettner Deluxe 20. Avant-garde, shut up. That's it. We had tons of amps. We had one amp, we had two guitars, we had single coils, we had humbuckers, we had a hollow body Gretsch. We had the sound in the room. Am I missing anything? Robin, am I missing anything? Not that he noticed. Good. Let's talk about it then. So, the Anasounds high voltage. It's a novelty thing with bamboo on top. But don't let that distract from the fact, and that rhymes, that in fact, this is a very, very useful pedal because it does what you don't do, which is take the frickin' bass out. It thins out your sound in a way that makes it an immediately usable rhythm sound, reminiscent of one of the most iconic rock bands ever. It doesn't do It doesn't do super tons of high gain. This by itself is quite a bit. You can kick the amp into more with the volume knob, which is quite nice. I think when you have it on bass out, when you have the bass out, it takes a lot of bass out. But maybe you want that. This is the pedal for the guy that realizes that the bass player, together with the kick drum, is the foundation, and you putting your stuff on top of that. I schwip-schwopped coffee on my head. It's a great pedal. It looks cool. It features the new logo. I like the one with the green that was very iconic. Then again, this kind of looks neat. And you can get this pedal in your custom, face paint, pedal paint, pedal laser etching, something. I do like the juxtaposition of the wood and then the high voltage arrow. It's cool. Yeah, I think if you want to rock out, it's a great pedal. And what I think happened with all the amps is it sounded the same in all the amps. There are some pedals where you still have the amp and then the pedal adds its drive. Here, I actually think it took over, which is a little bit what you want with this thing. You want its sound. Sometimes when you get to the Houston Kettner, it's like, oh, it really doesn't like it. This thing plays well with every amp. It had its sound in every single one of the amps we tested. So yeah, high voltage from Anasounds. Really nothing I can find fault at. It's got top-loaded ins and outs, so you can see here, it's got this beautiful 9-volt chassis mounted. It's not PCB mounted. I like this. I mean, I like those details. It's just a aluminum chassis, no paint. I mean, they definitely save some money there, so they put the money in the piece of wood. Hey, why not? So, back to me. Thank you. Anasounds, high voltage. No gripe from me, just fun. Rock and roll from beginning to end. Get it if that's what you need. And thanks, Robin, for switching. If you want to get these things, go to mrgoogle.com because it's funny. I'm not getting paid for that. I am getting paid for this review, by the way. So what else? Yeah, I'm getting paid for this, but that doesn't mean that I told you anything that's bullshit. T-shirts. Funny HP t-shirts below. And I'm doing special live streams for my patrons on a regular basis now because I figured out how to do live streams. So support me on Patreon. Yeah, throw that on the air. Exactly. Thank you. See, Robin's on it. And animals at the end. Now go home, or you're already home. Whatever. Bye-bye.